That's like starting this like this is a yoga class.
It kind of is. It's a relief to be back here with you.
With you.
Glorious.
In our beautiful, bright, sparkly new studio. Mm-hmm. That, doesn't have any brain candy art on the walls yet. So if you are a listener who's artsy, you should probably send us some fan art.
Sarah loves
to
stuff.
fill. I do. We've gotten amazing things.
I know. Let's name some. By the way, this is episode 222. Sarah loves that.
That is my winning poker hand.
What does that even mean?
A trip twos. I win with that all the time. So if I have a pair of twos, I'm holding them.
Well, then this is
lucky. I'm going all in.
We've gotten from listeners an ostrich egg
from Kara McSweeney.
She also sent me a snake skin. Did I ever show it to you?
That would look really cool, like all windy in a shadow box on your son's wall in his bedroom.
It's creepy because even the eye sockets are there.
Okay. I got the chills a little bit.
We got that cool book where they carved the brain candy into
they
the
folded the pages to make it so it says brain candy. We've got just some amazing print work that people have sent us.
Yes, Emily made the Hello Friends.
In cross stitch.
Yeah, like embroidery.
Embroidery loom. Thank you.
It's so cute.
Super cute. Well,
you
now
guys
we're
are
just
so
bragging.
Creative. No, we're bragging on our listeners because they're so freaking awesome.
That's true.
Welcome to the show, everyone.
How
do you feel today, Sarah?
Super good.
Have you gotten a lot of positive responses from our very special episode?
I have. I was very surprised to see the People Magazine, Us Weekly, and Entertainment Tonight.
That was a little much. Entertainment Tonight?
Not like the real show, online.
Yeah, we're always like the digital.
It's like online, digital,
What did they talk? They're all worked up because you called yourself a coffin.
Yeah, they were. They I don't know if they liked it or didn't like it, but it was good enough to print. But, it was just so sweet to see all the messages that came from it and all the people who were like, thank you so much for talking about it.
What percentage of the people were, like, idiots about it?
0.
Great.
0%.
Wow.
The opposite.
And you felt like you were being supported.
Totally.
By men and women or mostly women?
Men and women. Men who said, thank you for talking about this because my wife just went through this. And, or we're experiencing that. And hearing the men's side, I think, is also really important.
Yeah.
That's something, oh my God, when I really talk about, how the last 2 months went down in my own personal life, it just seems so overwhelming. Simultaneously, I found out that I had a miscarriage the day that I had a midterm for my school.
Yeah.
The class was sex therapy. We had to do a project for the semester where we pick a subject and we do an intensive research, a lit review on each, journal article, blah, blah, blah. And we got to pick it on any subject related to sex therapy. I thought it would be a good idea because I was pregnant at the time to do it on infertility in couples.
Oh my God.
So I did. I spent the entire semester doing a report on infertility, and after I lost the baby, then had to do friggin' 25-bajillion-page paper on how to treat a client that would be going through infertility and dealing with the loss of a child.
Wow.
So that was a little bit, it was like therapeutic, but like also very difficult. And I almost felt like I should have written a note to my professor being like, look, I understand that I am like, this is not going to be the same as another paper I write. I could tell like I removed myself from it. But I'm like, no, he probably won't even notice.
Wow.
But it was just, I made it more difficult on myself unintentionally. So.
Dang. Well, I mean, I was struck by, we had talked about on a recent episode how nobody cares about reality people unless we like die or get a DUI or in this case have
tragedy.
Yeah, tragedy of some kind. And that kind of disturbs me.
Yeah. They did do an article when I got married.
Who did though?
Oh, MTV.
Yeah.
You're right. Never mind.
Not Us Weekly.
You're right. You're totally right.
And I mean, I'm glad they're shedding light on miscarriages.
Right.
That's really great. But like personally speaking, that was like, oh, okay.
You're so right.
So we only matter when bad stuff happens. hopefully when you get pregnant in the future,
Yes.
then they will celebrate that as much as they covered the...
I hope so.
Yeah. We'll wish that into the universe.
Yeah, let's put that out there.
But anyway, I'm glad you're doing well.
Thanks.
Beepity boop boop.
How are you?
Great.
Are you
Never better.
Are you coming down from the stress of moving?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I'm all worked up.
Yeah.
You know how Susan for a Bruisin' is my alter ego?
Yep. I could imagine. Well, when I saw a picture of you with that headscarf on, you had little cute, little like moving, like adorable.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Susan for a Bruisin'. Definitely. I can definitely see you with a hand on the hip and that. Totally.
I kind of feel like Monica Geller, where I'm freakishly strong in
Yes.
certain ways and like get all sassy. And that's what I've been taking on, because you have to, whether you're moving or you're at work or if you're going through a stressful time, you kind of have to put on this, like, I do not put up with crap.
Right.
It's like how I get on the challenge.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because if there's even a little bit of a crack in that exterior, then it's like, then you could break.
yeah.
You know, you have to be totally...
Yeah, so I become that person, which she's not very nice, but
I like how you can
she
really
gets the job
externalize
done.
her.
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I have a funny story about a 12-year-old who was also fed up.
What happened?
Did you hear about the kid, 12-year-old kid Drew from Sydney, who was like, I'm out of here.
No. What happened?
Stole his parents' credit card and went to Bali.
Shut up. Like he bought a ticket. Because sometimes, you know how they sneak on the plane.
No, he bought a ticket.
He bought...
Took his parents' credit card, bought a ticket,
How
bought a
old again?
hotel room. 12.
Shut.
It's like, I'm running away, and I'm doing it on your dime, and I'm going to Bali. Parents didn't find out until he had already checked into a hotel in Indonesia.
Where did they think he was?
I don't know. I don't know, but he must have not. He was in Sydney. Indonesia's, I don't know, not that far away from there. Maybe like 4-hour plane ride or whatever. But he ain't playing at the park.
That is so insane. Wow. Wonder
Could
what
you
his
imagine?
grievances were.
Lincoln's 5,
Right.
That's 7 years from now. Lincoln just being like, I'm
Peace out.
packing out.
Well,
I'm outta
it
here.
makes me wonder, though, like if there was a serious issue.
I don't think so.
You think it was just spoiled brat?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I don't. This is all I did. This is all I know. I mean, I don't know many more
you always
details.
tease me with stuff like this, and then I
Because
want
the
like
articles are very vague.
right. That I would kick my kid's ass.
Yeah. Well, some of the things that they do say in the articles that I'm reading, I mean, I've read this on Vice.com, and Vice chooses to put details such as he hopped on his Razor scooter and ran away to his Bali vacation.
Oh,
so
my
they didn't
God.
say. It said that he got pissed, he just got pissed at his parents, and that he had hatched a plan to escape.
Oh my! I hope they sent him to like
He
military
researched
academy.
rules on minors flying without adults online. Stole the
What
family's
are the
credit card.
rules?
Apparently, it says
None.
that you
Just
it's fine.
go.
Maybe you have to be over the age of 12 or something. It said he was stopped once at the airport, but the airlines let him go after checking his passport. They're like, yeah, it seems legit.
What would you do
If my son did that,
Yeah,
part of me would be. I think I would partly be impressed.
I hate that.
I know. Well, here's why I know that I would. That would be my reaction, because my little brother Jordan, when he was about 7 or 8 years old, he played AYSO soccer, and they give you you have to sell C's candy bars that's like their fundraiser thing.
Yeah.
So they gave him a box of 24 bars. You're supposed to sell the 24 bars for $1 a piece, and you give the $24. Well, my brother's smarter than that.
What'd he do?
He sold them for $2 a piece, and he went door to door, and he was so cute, and he's like, $2 for a box. And honestly, $2 is still a good price for a C's candy bar, because that shit's delicious. And
That's white privilege. I feel like a lot of people could not do that.
a $2 candy bar?
Yeah, especially like you guys.
That is the price of candy bars now.
Yeah. When was this?
Oh, that's true. It was like 20 years ago.
Susan for a person's here. But like you guys lived in a rich neighborhood and he's
No,
like,
we lived in like Greg's neighborhood.
no, you didn't, Sarah.
I grew up in like a neighborhood that was not.
Are we talking about the house that I was at?
No,
Okay.
we're not. We're talking about the house that I was a child in.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I thought this was where you grew up, where I was.
No.
And it's like in Fancyville.
No, that was in Fancyville.
All right.
The house before that was Regularville. And so, long story short, he went on his candy selling mission. My mom was like, just go out, go to a few houses.
Yeah.
7 hours later, my mom called the cops and couldn't find her son, and they picked him up streets down the road, still selling candy bars with chocolate all over his face, because he would be like, sell one, eat one, sell one, eat one, because he was selling them for twice the price.
This kid!
I know. And he was 7, and the police picked him up, and it was like after dark, and he was like, I'm selling, you know, and he was like on a mission. So my mom was like, I'm kind of like impressed at his entrepreneurial.
Wow.
And she was like, how mad can I even be? So she was like fake mad at him.
Oh my
As these
God.
parents probably were.
No.
They'd probably be real mad. I'd be more upset about the fact that he stole the credit card.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And he could die. I mean, that is a dangerous voyage.
Right. And going to Bali?
No.
You could have been kidnapped and he could have been sold into like sex slavery.
For sure. And he would have deserved it.
Susie's the worst. He would
I'm
have
in a
deserved
mood.
that.
He had it coming. I'm all right. I'm all right. It's just Susan for a bruising. Don't send me letters. Poor Dahlia. I was on the phone with our assistant / my niece Dahlia.
Yeah.
And we were just going over some stuff, and then I'm like, by the way, what kind of emails are you getting?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I only get certain ones forwarded to me. Otherwise, she handles most of them. And she has a blast with them. And sometimes...
It's probably like exposing her to, you know...
Probably.
Some more poo stories.
She says that a lot of times it's people wanting advice.
Oh, yeah.
And she gives it. And I want to read it so bad.
Oh,
and then I'm like, well, then do they say thank you? And she's like, no, they never respond after that. I'm like, what kind of advice is she giving out? So if you guys need any advice, send it
Ask
to
Dahlia. That should be our new segment.
DAHLIA at thebrainkittypodcast.com.
And you too can get advice for your
I can't
issues.
guarantee you'll get good advice.
Maybe she's giving out like really good advice.
Maybe.
Hey, I should write in.
Right, dear Dahlia.
Yeah, Dear Dahlia sounds like a
Yeah,
actual
she could
thing.
have a whole situation. We should have her on and like, you know,
right.
people
That's what
call
I'm saying.
in.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a great idea. We'll work on it.
Yeah, I love
this will
that.
be like our failed dating.
Like how we have
Plans.
a million ideas, but that's like what we do. Like
We come up with ideas.
we're
but
storyboarding ideas. We're like we're what do you call it? We're
brainstorming.
We're
We're
brainstorming.
brain candy storming.
Yes.
Yes.
I love this thing you just
My
invented.
God.
That was real cute.
Thanks.
Yes.
Another really cute thing since we moved is that I told you how we got Lincoln that droid inventor kit.
Yep. Awesome.
And did you get yours?
Yep.
We sent you?
Yep. I'm so excited
Did you
about
build it yet?
Well, no, because Landon's out of town and I'm saving it because if I built a Star Wars related thing without my husband who's going to be like, the only reason you like Star Wars is because of me, he would not be happy. And so I'm going to do it with him and it's going to be like our project together.
All right, that's cute. You'll love it.
Yeah.
That's what's funny is like my 5-year-old boy and Sarah have
Yes.
the same taste.
Yeah, same. Exact. Probably
But-
same footwear.
It's so fun because you get this droid inventor kit, you can build it, and then you can program it, and you can give it a personality, you can give it commands.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
And you use your phone. It's super easy to use. And obviously, if my kid can do it, he's totally mediocre in every way. No, it's really fun. You could do it as a family, or you could like challenge your kid to do it
cool.
on his or her own. I love that it's gender neutral and they encourage girls to do it as well. Sometimes with tech stuff, you know how that can be,
Yeah.
where it's
like
implicitly,
labeled a boy
yeah,
project. Yep.
screw that.
Screw it.
It was super easy to use, and you can just make it your own, and your kid's doing technological stuff without being mindless.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love Little Bits. And if you visit littlebits.com/braincandy, you can get $10 off a Droid Inventor Kit. Get the Toy Association's 2018 Toy of the Year for your kids and inspire invention. littlebits.com/braincandy for $10 off a droid inventor kit. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. Did you read about those people that we talked about them before, but they can stay underwater for a really long time? Well, they figured out why.
I want to guess.
Okay.
Does it have something to do with the oxygen balance in their blood? Nitrogen and oxygen balance?
Kind of. But there's a particular organ that they have that's bigger.
Lungs.
Spleen.
What? What? I love... Susie, I love our guessing games.
I know. I hate them. When you make me guess, I hate it.
So we should just only play it in this direction.
Right. The spleen.
What is going on with that thing?
There's these indigenous people, I think it's pronounced Bajau, Bajau, in the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia. And they spend up to 5 hours a day underwater. Like, not at once.
Right. I know, but still but
that's what they do.
Kind of like living in,
And they couldn't, scientists were like, what is the deal? Is it just sort of conditioning?
Oh my God, this is blowing my mind.
Yeah, but they did genetic testing and they swabbed their cheeks and stuff and found that they have a genetic mutation that gave them exceptionally large spleens.
Wow, that 23andme.com is really doing a lot of work.
They're doing the Lord's work.
Kidding.
They
enlarged spleen, huh?
Yeah, and it says...
I wonder what that has to do with...
It said that they created a reservoir of oxygenated blood. It stores it in there. Wow. And then they can, like, pump it out or whatever. Wow. I don't know.
That's
what
so
the hell
cool.
do I know? But, like... it's the women and the men, but the men are the ones that are doing all the swimming.
Right. So they're probably more conditioned. Like they probably have like whatever that organ is. Well, obviously the spleen gets worked, more often, and then probably gets more blood, and then grows bigger in men. So it gets used more often.
The women have the same spleen, but they're just like. They're like doing the equivalent of gathering berries. Yeah. They do like a little bit of stuff, but the guys do all the heavy lifting. Wow. Yeah, so that's pretty wild.
That's so cool.
Those kinds of, because you've seen them like on documentaries, right? Or like nature shows where they show these people and it's like, what in the world?
I was having this thought the other day. I feel like the Olympics... and hear me out on this, are going to be kind of like obsolete. What's the point in the future?
Totally.
Because what we've gone and done is identified the exact genetics structure to be the best at whatever sport it is.
Well, and it's true of even Lance Armstrong. We know he doped, but he also had a genetic mutation that was with his lungs,
I think it was lungs.
That... he was able to have more endurance than a normal human being. That doesn't mean he didn't work his ass off or his ball. Oh. This is total Susan for a Bruisin. I'm out of control.
Somebody get her some wine.
Someone is going to send me a thing and say it's not funny.
Oh, no. That's fine. What? Come on.
I'm just out of control today. It's not how I usually am.
It's totally acceptable.
I'll probably have to edit that out. Okay, but if you're listening to it, that means Susan is still in control.
Right, I love it.
Anyway, but yeah, you're right. It's where genetically...
We know that the fastest runners are going to come from a very specific part of Jamaica.
Oh.
Like,
I thought it was Africa. What do I know?
No, it's Jamaica. It's, well, I think because they were... I don't know how it started, but it had something to do with
the Kenyans, though, how they always win the marathons.
Yeah, but there's certain kind of running style, like marathons, yes. Okay. But in the sprinters, the fastest, like Usain Bolt.
Oh, is he Jamaican?
Yeah. And they found that and this is in the book that we did,
The Sports
Gene, where they found this and they can trace why. It was like, I think it had something to do with slaves that were brought over there, and there was like There's
this
a
is
whole
why people
reason.
get worried, because it's like the eugenics thing then it becomes a...
They're doing it in China too, where they're measuring like
I know.
the people's bodies, and then they were able to their gold medal poll in what are the air sweep or whatever you call it, but in the Olympics was significantly higher, and then a country that didn't do it was England. They're not doing the
Those guys.
certain.
They
I think
couldn't
it
be
was like some
bothered.
other country. Then when they started to do it, their medal count went up too.
Well, and it does... I really love the Olympics.
Me too.
But I feel that way also because I just saw the headline. I didn't read an article, but it was about the issue of if the females with the higher testosterone
Yeah, don't get
level,
me started on that.
that they will have to take something to make their...
To lower it?
Yeah.
That's
and they're
not
saying
okay.
it's not fair
That's not
because
fair.
the men with high testosterone...
No, that's
don't
not fair. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that so much.
And so there's all of this stuff where people are like, what is fair? What does that mean?
Dude.
And that's a question.
It's gonna
Because
be so
doping,
hard.
people think, okay, that's not fair. But then if you are born as intersexed,
Right.
and whatever, all that stuff,
Yeah.
what is fair? What... I don't know. I don't have the answers.
I don't know. And neither does the Olympic committee. They don't know.
It's
They don't,
getting real
it changes
messy.
every year.
Right.
And then sometimes they're like, "Oh, remember that gold medal we gave to you? We have to take that away because you don't meet the qualifications of." Like there was a
There's a
runner
lot of
got her-
that.
Yeah, it's really really messed up because we don't know the answers.
Right.
We're just learning the science behind it all.
What do you think? They'll just cancel it? They'll be like...
I don't know. It seems like it's too. I mean, in England, they when they started measuring people, they found a woman who had the perfect ratio. She was a teacher. They went in. They were measuring students and to see what students they should put in certain sports because they were like 4 years before the Olympics in anticipation of them being at the right age to compete in the Olympics. They're like, maybe we could find like the person who's going to be the best at whatever.
Yeah.
So they were measuring in this school, and the person who was conducting the measuring was like, hey, teacher. She was like a freaking junior high teacher. And they're like, your forearm
right.
to
Yeah,
leg
your
ratio
measurements.
is perfect. And so they measured her, and sure enough, she had like the best ratio. She won the gold medal the next Olympics. And she was a teacher that they were like, you just happen to have the right build for this. Have you ever thought about it? She's like, no, I don't.
Have you ever thought
She's
about
like, no, I don't really do sports. And then she won a gold medal the next time.
Would you be super excited if that happened to you?
Dude, the most I would be like, here I go. I still like I every now and then because I went and I just had a body scan done that showed that I am significant, and I don't mean to be braggy, but I am significantly stronger than have like that kind of muscle.
You are freakishly strong.
Yes, I'm freakishly strong. And even the
What
trainer
do
at the
you mean?
gym
What kind
was
of
like,
muscle?
so they're
Oh yeah,
like,
you did tell me
when
about that.
There's a certain kind, like, and I did this like body scan thing, and they measure a certain kind of like lean muscle against your fat and whatever. And
My husband always claims that he has a freakishly strong grip, and that they measured it when he was doing
probably
athletics.
does.
And
that's my area of weakness. So I'm
guys
jealous.
would make a great team.
We would. He can carry I have strong legs, and he could grip things.
Right.
Superheroes.
You guys are like the perfect person together. Well, I still think there's hope for you, though, because do you remember, maybe, it must have been 10 years ago now, but Gina Davis started archery and went to the Olympic qualifiers.
What?
Like this, she
That's
just
awesome.
was really good at it. She
Okay.
didn't end up going to the Olympics, but she almost
But
went.
even if I were competing at a high level of something, it's the only thing I can come up with, though, is very short distance sprinting and bobsled.
What
for
about
me.
archery? You have good aim.
No, I'm terrible at that. It's only my legs are my powerhouse. I'm like naming things that involves high muscles in the leg. That's like
Your saddle.
the only place I got a lot of muscle.
All right. Well, that's what we should work on. That should be our next brain candy
Get
storm.
Sarah to the Olympics. Or I could do it in skiing like that one
would
girl.
be great for promoting our show.
You know the girl who didn't fall
the mediocre
skiing?
skier.
Mediocre skier.
You could be mediocre at something.
Yeah, mediocre at like bobsled.
Let's play inspiring music to like. How come I can't hear it?
Me
I'm
neither.
outraged.
Me neither. We set
You know
this whole
what?
thing up.
I am furious right now.
I hope you're playing rage music.
Anyway.
Man, that is funny.
What isn't funny is whenever you have a really high interest rate on credit card.
No laugh matter.
It is not. I'm mad at everything today.
I'm like, that is a lot of emotion, Suze.
Because everyone that's been in that position where you have a credit card and you think you're like managing everything, but then it turns out your interest is super high, and that can drain your whole.
Yeah.
Then you end up just paying the interest. It's the worst, and debt is so frustrating. And I think back to like when I was waiting tables, and I would think I have to earn a certain amount to stay above zero in my bank account. Yeah. All that stuff is really stressful. So I was really excited that we are partnering with Lightstream. They reward consumers who have good credit with a great interest rate on a credit card consolidation loan, which you can get from 5.49% APR with autopay and no fees. Application is 100% online. It's simple and painless process. It's not one of those arduous, like, they want to know everything about your grandma and your dad's side and all that stuff. And then the money is deposited directly into your account, so you're in control. Just go to their website and check it out, and you'll see how easy it can be. And you can get your funds as soon as today. Apply today and get an additional interest rate discount on top of Lightstream's already low rates. The only way for our listeners with good credit to get this special interest rate discount is to go to lightstream.com/braincandy. That's lightstream.com/braincandy, lightstream.com/braincandy. Subject to credit approval. Rate includes a 0.50% autopay discount available only when you select autopay prior to loan funding. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com for important information about limits on Lightstream loans and same-day funding. How does that feel? I feel like Zen now.
And like I saved some money.
That's all I ever want in life. I've started following different things on Instagram about like
money saving
budget.
Ideas? Oh yeah, that's the best.
Yeah, because I'm just like, now that we're in this house, it's like I'm going to get organized. You know me, I'm so annoying. But I love that you can follow accounts on Instagram or wherever and like get helpful ideas. Yeah, it's cute. Speaking of credit cards, I wanted to talk about this article that I read about how, how like when you go out sometimes and you'll pay and sometimes your credit card will get declined and there's no real reason. Yeah. Has that ever happened to you?
And then but usually I can figure it out.
Okay, but sometimes they'll just be like,
there's suspicious activity.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that there's an algorithm that,
decides if this is you or not you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But might be a little racist.
Okay.
She's mad already. So the article was insinuating that, for example, last names that are more likely to be African Americans.
No way.
Yeah, like the last name Green, 33% of people with that last name are African American.
Really?
They have higher rates of the algorithm thinking something is suspicious. I am serious. It was on Mother Jones' website. Oh my God.
Okay, here's my question. Is this computer learned, or this is like...
Well, so the people that made the algorithm are just sort of like, we can't reveal our methods because then, then that would help the bad guys steal stuff.
Right.
But like...
Because you wonder, like, people who are in AI and in...
Oh, yeah.
Like this data collecting business.
Yeah.
Often say that they don't know what they just set the computer to the AI program to learn, and then they can't predict how they learn or what they learn, kind of like when they did the language thing, the two, and
the robots then started like their own language.
So if you're collecting, or like remember when there was that Twitter robot that they created to communicate with people, and then that became racist?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes, I forgot about that.
It's like the collection of information from a bunch of people out there who are racist equals...
Right. Racist. I get the impression that there might have been more intention.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Who knows?
But it sucks.
Right. So that's my question is what was...
Who's behind this?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going to put that in the newsletter. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but we redesigned the newsletter.
I did. I saw it.
Super cute.
Ah, dang.
We needed to freshen it up, and it was like bottom on my list. And Adam was like, "That's it. I'm doing it."
Nice.
And I
Thanks,
love it now. It
Adam.
looks really, really cute. If you want to sign up for our newsletter, it's on the website, thebraincandypodcast.com. Do you have something, or you want me to?
I have
carry on.
No, I have something. So I want to get your take on this.
Okay.
So Whole Foods, the restaurant. I think this is like one of their their grocery store.
Okay.
This is one of their 365 like new Whole Foods that they came out with.
Okay.
So they came out with it in Los Angeles, and they're featuring like inside Whole Foods. They have little like restaurant, kind of like little cafes inside.
Yeah.
So there's an Asian cuisine restaurant run by 2 or 3 gals that are Asian themselves.
Yeah.
And the name they chose for it
Okay.
is Yellow Fever.
Oh my God.
People aren't happy.
Right.
What do you think?
Well, I could see why.
But they're like,
Look, okay.
we're
Totally.
the owners. This is our establishment. White people and maybe other people, like, they're the ones who seem to be having the most problem with it. And so they're like, well, what do you want us to do? We think it's a cute name. We think it represents us. And they're like, fine with it. But
what if it was the N-word or something? And they were
the
African-American people.
And they're like, well, we just think it's a cute name. It definitely, like, gets people talking about it. And
was that their intention? Was like, this is clickbaity, but in real life?
I think so. And they also said, they're like, well, we didn't want to be tied down to one.
Tied down.
Oh, that's cute.
What if they...
That's funny. What if that's how they meant in their quote? Dang.
I don't think so.
That would have been funny. But they said, well, whatever they said, that they didn't want to be locked into one type of Asian cuisine. So they wanted something that was like all encompassing, and that was what they came up with.
What do you think? I mean, I do whatever they want. I don't care, but it is controversial.
I don't think that the first thing I thought was, who are the owners of this?
Oh my God.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
I mean,
I'm just
I think
surprised
it's funny
that Whole Foods went so far as to put this in there.
Yeah, but maybe they were like, hey, you guys are the boss of this.
Right.
Maybe they didn't even get it.
No,
it's not even a good pun though, because it's like, what does that mean about food anyway?
Yeah.
Like it's just,
I mean, it's a name reserved for like white men who fetishize Asian women.
Yeah, I know, but that's got nothing to do with food, so it's not like the best pun.
Totally. It's not a food-related pun.
What if that's what our problem is?
We're like, it's not food-related.
This is a terrible pun.
Terrible pun.
And we take our puns very seriously here.
We can put that article in the newsletter.
Yeah. Are you jealous that I'm like clogging up the newsletter?
Yeah, I'm like, I got an article. I could send it to Dahlia to put in there.
I'm going to start putting in special discounts too for our merch on there.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you should definitely do that.
Which, by the way, we ship using stamps.com.
Best way to send it.
It is the best way. Stamps.com is so convenient, easy, reliable, and efficient. It's so great because you get to print out the postage for whatever you're mailing right from your desk or wherever you are and put it on the package and plop it in your mailbox. They'll come get it. You don't have to go anywhere. It's so easy. And you never underpay or overpay because they give you the exact amount you need based on the weight, which you weigh on the scale they give you. It brings all the amazing services of the U.S. Postal Service to your fingertips, and you can print any postage for a letter, package, class of mail that you want. It's so easy, and that's why we use it, because I'm all about automating my life. And right now, you too can enjoy the Stamps.com service with a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Brain Candy. That's Stamps.com, and enter Brain Candy. I always say it's worth a try. You get 4 weeks trial and postage and a scale.
Deal. The scale is the best. I told you when I was like guessing on how much things weighed.
That was
and
a
I was
bad
paying
time.
like double.
That was a dark period.
Dark period. I was like, it's probably like a pound. It's like 6 ounces. I'm not even kidding.
I did read this thing in the New Yorker, though, about how I noticed that, the blue mailbox, the public ones, that they had changed the opening of it.
What? Is it smaller?
Yeah, it's like a slit.
Oh, yeah.
And
to prevent people from putting in the big stuff.
To prevent mail phishing. Which
What?
is this thing that people would take, like, let's say an empty cranberry bottle, cranberry juice, and they put rat glue all around the outside, tie a string to it, put it down that hole, and get all the stuff to stick to it.
What do you just pull out, like, somebody's birthday card?
They just throw it in the garbage.
Oh, no.
But then they take out all the gift cards and checks and money that are in there.
Dude.
Yeah!
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Uh-huh. And I can't believe, like, people... And I actually put this on my Insta story, how I had seen a big cardboard box over top one of those blue mailboxes, and it said out of order. And I'm like, what's out of order?
Right.
But that's why they had to change that opening. Because people were putting their
oh my God,
glue bottles down there.
Dang.
Can you imagine?
No.
That's like desperation.
Yeah.
You know, when you're like that hard up for whatever you...
It seems like you're a little nutty too.
Why?
Like,
to me, it's just like
I can. Yeah, but I can imagine the kind of people who would do that. I have a particular person in mind that I'm like, I can
we know
see
your
her doing
type,
that.
you mail fishers.
Yeah.
I did read also about another crime ring, which is evidently people are, and I'm talking like a huge operation, stealing baby formula.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah, because it's
really expensive.
It's like gold.
And that's behind in not so nice neighborhoods. They put all the baby stuff behind.
I know, I hate that.
Yeah.
Like at CVS and stuff where they put like razors and things behind the
glass.
Yeah, lock.
Yeah.
But I know why they do it.
If you're in the place when you're stealing diapers, it's like just...
Well, and they said the people that are stealing it, it's not the people that in your mind you think, well, if they need them.
Parents.
You know, they just need diapers. I mean, that... Because I read a separate article about that diapers are so expensive. Because the technology that has advanced diaper absorption, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But it's super expensive, so they've had to make diapers very expensive as a result. And then people can't afford them. Yeah. And I am very sympathetic about that. Yeah. And, similarly with formula, but the people that are stealing it, like from Costco and stuff like that, and Target, they are doing it like they have these elaborate systems.
Jeez. And
they have like you read about in like Richard Scarry, my kid's Richard Scarry books, like the lady that stole the watermelon out of the grocery store and like dressed it up like a baby. I mean, it's kind of like that where they have like these false bottoms on stuff and put formula in there and sell it on the black market.
Yeah. They do it with meat product. I was watching something on the shoplifting in England has gone like through the roof, especially because I guess the jobs the economy just isn't very good over there, and they have a terrible unemployment rate for young people, and they have a very high drug rate, like drug use. You know, and in this documentary, they were showcasing a couple who was shoplifting, like to pay for their drug habit, and they would steal the big things of meat and just walk right out of the store with it and then sell it to like single moms who were in the neighborhood just trying to feed their kids for a significantly discounted price. So the woman's like, yeah, I know I'm buying stolen meat, but I have to do this. Like, I don't feel like I'm stealing. Like, I have to keep my kids alive and they need to eat, and this is how we can afford to do it. And yes, I know it's stolen, but blah, blah, blah. So...
Well, I mean, the thing with the baby formula is weird because it's really cheap ingredients. It's just dehydrated milk and vitamins. That's it.
Yeah.
But they, 50% of it is purchased by the U.S. government, which creates a problem.
What?
Because then they just jack up the price. Because,
no!
Yeah.
Is that for real?
For real. Because of SNAP and WIC, the supplemental programs, which are great, but it's caused a problem because when you have one person buying all of your or half of your product, then it causes this weird increase. And it started in, I guess, when that program was created, whenever that was.
Oh, no. What's the solution?
I don't know. It didn't even offer any. It was a real bleak.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was just sort of like, so this sucks. It was in the New Yorker. It's really long. Yeah, that's the scoop, though. I don't know. What do you think the answer is?
I have no clue. I thought maybe they were like, well, if we I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I didn't even know this was a problem.
A lot of times, like political stuff, you think, okay, I am pro SNAP and WIC.
Yeah.
But then you don't know what that all means and the consequences of those things. And so I think people that do know get frustrated because they're like, it's not that simple.
Yeah.
And so then there's price gouging and whatever. But
Phew.
I know, it's a real downer. I didn't mean to, bring you down, Sarah.
No,
I want to lift you up.
I didn't know.
Did you watch Tina Fey on David Letterman's show yet?
No. Is it real good?
She's great.
Yeah.
She can do no wrong.
No wrong.
But she was talking about how she regrets that sheet caking bit that we talked about on the show.
Yeah.
She said she felt like she was...
I liked it.
It was funny, but you know how there was the response after, because the perception was that she was saying, don't be an activist, just eat cake. Remember that?
I heard it as just drown your worries in.
Yeah, well, she said she felt like she was a gymnast who did a perfect routine and then didn't stick the landing. Because she's like, just the last 2 or 3 sentences she wished she could have changed to be like, but, you should fight in every way except the way they want you to fight. And she said that point got lost. So she's just so thoughtful.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was a funny bit, but...
I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah, but she did call Letterman out for not having women in the writer's room, which we talked about because of that book, Just the Funny Parts. And he was like, yeah, well, I thought, well, what woman would want to write for this show? We're on at 12:30 and, it's blah, blah, blah.
Well, because it's past their bedtime?
Yeah, and she goes, well, we did want to write for your show, just so you know.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she did that.
I'm glad me too.
Because that sort of like, I didn't think they'd want to work here?
No.
What in the hell are you talking about?
That's a dumb excuse.
Yeah, and even in Nell Scovell's book, she talks about how he was like, yeah, I never really thought about it. And that's not good enough. When you're the head guy and your name's on the show, you got to think about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, but it's gotten so much better now, Yeah, no thanks to you.
Right. Like, yeah, now that you're gone. You can't be like, that's silly.
I know. But, she's an example of somebody who's like so talented and undeniably funny and smart. Yeah. And I just love when I see people like that doing well. So she's
the best.
Yeah, she's awesome. Let's see. Went through my mail fishing.
Did you see the Hary and Megan official coin?
No.
Susie!
Didn't see it.
And that's not even the funniest part. The funniest part is that Hary looks like your Cheers boyfriend, Ted Danson.
What?
Yes.
I am looking it up.
And they've created a whole bunch of funny like memes and stuff where they're on the coin they're looking at each other, but if you turn his head in the other direction, it looks like the meme of like the boyfriend who's not listening to you. It's really funny.
Okay, wait. Let me see.
I think it's cute.
Were people talking about it like it was? Oh my god. Who made this?
The royal
the
royal. What do you call it? Like treasury
mint.
Or what? The mint. Thank you.
That is so funny.
Yeah,
I love her.
Me.
I wish I was marrying her.
My mom and I probably talked about her for a half an hour, and then my mom knows a shocking amount of like celebrity trivia, not
Weird.
trivia, but like
The latest.
The latest. Mm-hmm. She was like giving me all the down low on like Kanye West and his house and all this stuff. And I'm like, Mom.
How does she stay abreast?
That's what I wondered. She just says, well, I just look at the news. I'm like,
no, because nobody
at the news
looks
too,
at more news.
But that's a different kind of, like, we're getting different stuff in our feed.
Yeah, what's she doing? Getting OK Mag?
Yeah, or like TMZ or something. She's like
so
all
weird.
up to date on Megan Markle and Kanye West.
Wow.
And his poopity doop doop.
Do you like that song?
Fuck no.
I thought you might because you know. What? Don't you love him?
Kanye West? No, I did not.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you liked him.
I'm not a Kanye West fan. I mean, maybe OG Kanye, but not now Kanye.
Why? Just his personality or his music you don't like anymore?
He hasn't put out a song recently that I've been like, oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, because he is complaining and saying the radio stopped playing his songs, but I think it's because we didn't like them.
Right, we didn't like him.
I mean, they'll play your good stuff. He's
not putting anything out there. He's like too busy working on clothes that look like they're for homeless people and shoes that cost too much money.
Right. But
bragging about it.
I read an article that said if you're a white person, do not comment on Kanye's behavior lately. You know how he's been doing stuff. So I'm not going to comment on that.
Yeah.
I'll let other people comment.
Oh, I won't comment on his behavior, but I'll comment on his song.
Music. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, stupid.
It's stupidity.
Yeah.
All right. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review.
We're done already?
Well, it's true. You know, we have so much fun. It goes so fast. But I have to pee, so.
Okay. Fair enough.
I love you guys.
Love you.
Bye. This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Babes and Babies, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.